going for over 50 years. They're literally designed to change the temperature of our planet. They also manipulate our weather, and they are creating most, if not all, of the changes that we've seen in our climate. So it's very interesting, but very important to note that these programs are not in any of the climate models, and therefore it makes it impossible to determine whether the planet's warming or cooling. Bottom line is this: those models are flawed, they're fraudulent. You cannot move forward with a carbon dictatorship, with the transfer of potentially trillions of dollars of wealth into the hands of a few at the expense of every living thing on the planet, and circumvent constitutions and the sovereignty of nations around the world. That is what they were moving forward with. This is the New World Order. It is the most oppressive government that is planned. It's all based on this concept of carbon, creating all these problems that we're seeing. It's fraudulent, it's flawed, and if we don't do something, if we don't demand that they're stopped, we will see, again, the most oppressive government micromanaging our lives. It will circumvent the laws that we have in our countries and allow this unelected body, where we don't have any representation, to micromanage and mandate our lives. And we're talking a complete carbon dictatorship, not only in what we drive, when we go to work, how we go to work, but what appliances we use in our home. And now we have these smart meters, which are on the outside of our homes, and they can measure when we're home, what appliances we're using. They're going to mandate what appliances we purchase, what products we buy. This is complete corporate takeover of the planet. It's very, very concerning, Richie. And Stephen Schneider actually addressed, he was a presidential advisor all the way from Nixon to Obama, died a mysterious death. But he spoke, and he was actually part of ClimateGate, about attacking scientists and journalists who would oppose this idea that CO2 is creating global warming. So that was, it's been a planned agenda, and it's been written on paper in terms of how they are attempting to keep this out of the scientific community and out of the media. And again, this agenda is a transfer of the most monetary and political power that we have had in the history of our planet, due to the fact that these climate drivers are missing from these models. What does that make the models? And the consensus among scientists who we discussed this with was, well, the models are not accurate. And if they're not accurate, how do you move forward with taxing people, with destroying sovereignty of nations, with stealing against people's will, their money, their sovereignty, their freedoms? And that's what's going on, and people have to take a stand. Only 8% of the population is aware of geoengineering programs. So that means 92% of our populace is likely to believe, because they see that our climate's changing, that it's due to CO2. And that's why people are buying into this. So our message is very strong. We demand that all climate agreements, talks, mandates are immediately rescinded, that all geoengineering programs are immediately stopped, period. And then we'll see what the planet's doing. I think we will find that there is no warming. Follow the money. However, again, you can't determine it until geoengineering is stopped. And that's what I think our leverage is in terms of addressing this in a legal capacity. And bottom line, there are damages right now. California moved forward with cap and trade based on these bogus and faulty models. There are millions of dollars of damages in California alone. After this climate agreement, we're talking about trillions of dollars of damages. When it comes to light, which it will, not only in the legal system, but to people around the world, there will be a revolution. And we will take back our freedom and sovereignty. But it's all rooted in the chemtrail geoengineering issue, because we can prove that these are a factor in our changing climate.